What if I told you that the ancient Egyptians, one of history's most intriguing civilizations, had a complex outlook on death? In a world where the Nile River was as much a lifeline as it was a mystic divider between life and the great beyond, the Egyptians' belief system about what happened after death was profound, yet curiously distinct from the modern concept of reincarnation. So, what did they truly believe about the journey of the soul, and could the idea of reincarnation fit into their grand design? Stay with us as we journey through time and unravel the mystique of ancient Egyptian beliefs. At the heart of ancient Egyptian culture was a profound belief in the perpetual journey of the soul. Life and death, to the Egyptians, were part of an eternal cycle, but not in the way reincarnation is generally perceived today. Unlike the cyclical rebirth scenarios popularized by Eastern philosophies, the Egyptians focused on the afterlife as a continuation or transformation. Death was not the end, but a transition to another realm where life continued in a different plane of existence. The Egyptian afterlife was a carefully curated extension of earthly life, one meticulously prepared for through elaborate funerary practices. The most famous of these rituals involved mummification, a process designed to preserve the body so the soul could recognize it in the afterlife. The journey to this new realm was perilous, involving trials and tribulations that the deceased had to navigate successfully. Central to this journey was the concept of the Ka and the Ba. The Ka was a vital essence, akin to a life force, while the Ba represented the individual's soul, characterized as a bird with a human head, capable of traveling freely from the body after death. Both these elements needed the body, or at least a representation of it, such as a statue, to remain intact, emphasizing the belief that identity and individuality persisted beyond death. However, the greatest test arrived in the Hall of Ma'at, where the heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of truth. A balanced scale would grant the soul entry into the blissful field of reeds, a paradise mirroring an idealized version of earthly life. This concept further underscores the Egyptian focus on continuity, rather than reincarnation, as it was a passage into another world, ideal yet familiar. Now you might ask, where then does reincarnation fit into this framework, if at all? Some scholars have pointed to the Egyptian myth of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, who was murdered, dismembered, and then resurrected by his wife, Isis, as a potential source for reincarnation-like beliefs. However, Osiris's resurrection was unique, a divine rebirth rather than a cycle of reincarnations. Osiris became the ruler of the underworld, establishing the prototype for human souls' journey, but not suggesting their return to earthly life. Furthermore, many contemporary sources suggest that Egyptian beliefs concerning transformation of the soul were more about assimilating into the divine realm than returning to the human one. The possibility of rebirth, in Egyptian context, was more spiritual than physical, often seen as an apotheosis where the soul achieves a godlike status, rather than a return to mortal form. So, while ancient Egyptians certainly believed in a form of afterlife, their focus was on a transformation and elevation of the soul, not a traditional sense of reincarnation into a new mortal body on earth. Their beliefs revolved around achieving eternal harmony in a world beyond this one, a world where the soul could dwell among the gods, if deemed worthy. In closing, the ancient Egyptians had an extraordinarily rich and complex belief system regarding death and the afterlife that was deeply tied to their daily life, culture, and the natural world around them. Although their notions of the afterlife diverge significantly from a reincarnation viewpoint, they offer a fascinating glimpse into how an entire civilization perceived the eternal journey of the soul. If you found these insights into the ancient Egyptian afterlife as captivating as we did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing explorations into the mysteries of history. Thank you for watching, and may your curiosity remain eternal as the soul journeys we've discussed today.